Welcome to Beyond Nexa. Discover more, know beyond.
Welcome back to Beyond Nexa, where every mystery begins with a question and every discovery takes us one step closer to understanding our forgotten past. Today, our journey leads us beneath the waters of the Arabian Sea, where legends and archaeology appear to meet in one of the most fascinating underwater discoveries ever made. Imagine standing on the coast of Western India thousands of years ago. Before you stretches a magnificent city built from carved stone, filled with grand temples, bustling marketplaces, royal palaces, and busy harbors where ships from distant lands arrive carrying gold, spices, and precious gems. According to ancient Hindu scriptures, this was Dwarka, a magnificent kingdom ruled by Lord Krishna, one of the most important figures in Hindu tradition. Described as a city of extraordinary beauty, Dwarka was said to possess towering walls, magnificent gates, broad avenues, and luxurious buildings decorated with gold and precious stones. But the ancient texts tell an even stranger story. Shortly after Krishna left the world, the sea itself began to rise. Waves crashed against the magnificent city, swallowing streets, temples, and homes until the entire kingdom disappeared beneath the water, leaving behind nothing but legends passed from one generation to another. For centuries, historians believed these accounts belonged entirely to mythology. Like Atlantis, Dwarka became another legendary city whose existence was impossible to verify. But everything changed during the 20th century. Marine archaeologists exploring India's western coastline began detecting unusual stone formations beneath the shallow waters of the Gulf of Khambhat and near the modern city of Dwarka. What first appeared to be scattered rocks slowly revealed something far more intriguing. Perfectly aligned stone blocks, ancient walls, large platforms, massive anchors carved from stone, and evidence suggesting that people once lived where today only fish and coral remain. Could these underwater ruins belong to the legendary kingdom described thousands of years ago? Or were they simply the remains of later settlements gradually consumed by rising sea levels? As divers continued exploring deeper, more structures appeared beneath layers of sand and marine life. Some resembled streets. Others looked like foundations of enormous buildings. Every new discovery raised even more questions. Unlike Atlantis, Dwarka is supported by centuries of written tradition that still survives today. Pilgrims continue visiting the modern city, believing it stands near the location of Krishna's ancient capital. But separating faith from archaeology has never been simple. Modern technology has now allowed scientists to map large portions of the submerged landscape using sonar, underwater photography, and careful excavations. What they discovered has reopened one of archaeology's oldest debates. Could one of humanity's oldest legends actually contain a remarkable historical truth? Before answering that question, we first need to understand the civilization that may have built this extraordinary city. Our story now moves from legend to evidence. If Dwarka truly existed, who built it? And why has its story survived for thousands of years? To answer that question, we must look at one of the oldest collections of literature ever written, the ancient Hindu scriptures. Texts such as the Mahabharata, the Harivamsa, the Bhagavata Purana, and the Vishnu Purana describe Dwarka as the magnificent capital of Lord Krishna after he left the city of Mathura. According to these writings, Krishna chose the western coast of India to establish a powerful new kingdom. The city was said to be carefully planned, protected by enormous walls, connected by wide avenues, and surrounded by impressive harbors that welcomed ships from distant kingdoms. Its strategic location made Dwarka not only a political center, but also one of the most important trading ports of the ancient world. The descriptions are remarkably detailed. Palaces decorated with precious metals reflected the sunlight across the sea. Towering temples dominated the skyline. Markets overflowed with exotic goods, while skilled craftsmen and merchants filled the streets with constant activity. Whether every detail is historically accurate remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. The legend of Dwarka has remained alive for over 2,000 years, passed down through generations long before modern archaeology ever entered the picture. For centuries, historians regarded these accounts as symbolic stories rather than literal history. Ancient civilizations often blended historical events with mythology, making it difficult to separate fact from legend. Then, during the second half of the 20th century, everything began to change. Marine archaeologists started exploring the coastline near present-day Dwarka, using increasingly advanced diving equipment. Beneath only a few meters of water, they encountered something unexpected. Large stone blocks, massive anchors carved from rock, walls extending beneath layers of sediment, rectangular foundations arranged in patterns that appeared too organized to be random geological formations. Each expedition revealed new clues. Using sonar mapping, underwater photography, and careful excavation techniques, researchers slowly reconstructed portions of what seemed to be an ancient settlement hidden beneath the Arabian Sea. Among the most intriguing discoveries were enormous triangular and circular stone anchors. Similar anchors had been used by advanced maritime civilizations thousands of years ago, suggesting that this coastline may once have supported a busy harbor where ships regularly arrived from across the Indian Ocean. Pottery fragments, stone artifacts, and architectural remains were carefully recovered and analyzed in laboratories. Some objects appeared remarkably old, although determining their exact age proved far more difficult than many expected. Ocean currents had shifted sediments for centuries. Rising sea levels had altered the coastline countless times. Every discovery had to be examined with extreme caution. Yet the growing collection of evidence continued attracting worldwide attention. Could these submerged structures represent one of the oldest coastal cities ever discovered? Or were researchers looking at multiple settlements built during different historical periods, gradually flooded as the sea advanced over thousands of years? As technology improved, so did the quality of the underwater surveys. High-resolution sonar scans began revealing patterns invisible to early explorers. Straight lines, intersecting walls, large platforms, possible streets connecting different sections of the submerged site. The deeper scientists looked, the more the mystery expanded. But archaeology alone could not answer every question. To understand whether these ruins truly belong to Krishna's legendary kingdom, researchers would need something even more powerful than underwater exploration. They would need time itself, hidden inside ancient sediments, fossil remains, and microscopic evidence capable of revealing when this remarkable city may have first stood above the sea. And those discoveries would become even more surprising than anyone expected. Our journey now enters the most critical stage of the mystery. Legends can inspire curiosity, but only evidence can reshape history. For decades, archaeologists, marine geologists, and historians have worked together to answer one fundamental question: how old are the submerged ruins of Dwarka? The answer has proven far more complex than anyone imagined. Unlike cities preserved on dry land, underwater archaeological sites are constantly transformed by powerful ocean currents, shifting sand, marine organisms, and rising sea levels. Every artifact recovered from the seabed must be carefully analyzed before any historical conclusions can be drawn. Researchers collected stone anchors, fragments of pottery, carved blocks, shells, and organic material trapped within layers of sediment. Each sample represented another piece of an enormous puzzle that had remained hidden beneath the Arabian Sea for thousands of years. Some laboratory studies suggested that parts of the submerged landscape could date back several thousand years, placing them among the oldest known coastal settlements in the region. Other analyses proposed younger ages, indicating that multiple communities may have occupied the coastline over different periods as the sea gradually advanced inland. This disagreement sparked one of the biggest debates in modern marine archaeology. Were scientists looking at a single legendary city, or the remains of several ancient settlements built and abandoned across thousands of years? To answer that question, researchers turned to cutting-edge technology. Multi-beam sonar mapped the seafloor with extraordinary precision. Side-scan sonar revealed buried structures hidden beneath layers of sediment. Remotely operated vehicles captured high-definition images from places too fragile or dangerous for divers to reach. As digital models became more detailed, intriguing patterns emerged. Long straight walls, rectangular foundations, stone platforms, harbor-like structures positioned along what would once have been an ancient shoreline. Although nature can sometimes create surprisingly regular formations, many archaeologists agreed that at least part of the site showed unmistakable signs of human construction. Still, Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. No inscription has ever been found stating, "This is Dwarka." No artifact directly identifies the city as Krishna's legendary capital. Instead, the evidence forms a fascinating mosaic, one that combines archaeology, geology, ancient literature, and centuries of cultural memory. Meanwhile, climate scientists added another important piece to the story. At the end of the last ice age, global sea levels rose dramatically as massive glaciers melted across the planet. Entire coastlines disappeared beneath the ocean. Rivers changed course. Ancient ports vanished forever. Today, many underwater archaeological sites around the world are known to be the victims of these natural changes. If Dwarka once stood along an ancient coastline, rising seas alone could explain why its ruins now rest beneath the Arabian Sea without requiring any supernatural catastrophe. Yet the mystery remains remarkably compelling. Pilgrims continue to visit modern Dwarka, believing they stand near one of the holiest places in Hindu tradition. Scientists continue returning with increasingly sophisticated equipment. Every expedition uncovers new details. Every discovery raises new questions. And perhaps the greatest surprise is this: the search for Dwarka has done more than investigate one ancient legend. It has revealed that humanity may have underestimated just how many forgotten civilizations still lie hidden beneath the world's oceans. As our documentary approaches its conclusion, one final question remains. If legends like Dwarka preserve fragments of real history, how many other lost cities are still waiting to be discovered beneath the sea? Archaeological discoveries, and followed the scientific search for one of history's most fascinating lost cities. Now, we arrive at the final question. What is Dwarka really? Is it the legendary kingdom described in ancient Hindu scriptures? A remarkable archaeological site shaped by thousands of years of rising sea levels? Or perhaps a combination of both? History has shown us that myths are not always born from imagination alone. Again and again, legends once dismissed as fiction have eventually led researchers to real places buried beneath deserts, hidden inside jungles, or resting beneath the sea. The ancient city of Troy was once considered nothing more than a story from Homer's epic poems. Yet archaeological excavations revealed that a real city had existed, inspiring one of history's greatest legends. The same has happened with countless forgotten civilizations across Egypt, Mesopotamia, Greece, and Central America. Perhaps Dwarka belongs to this remarkable tradition, where history and mythology slowly merge over thousands of years until separating one from the other becomes almost impossible. What makes Dwarka unique is that the search continues today. Every new sonar survey improves our understanding of the submerged landscape. Every underwater expedition uncovers new geological details. Every archaeological discovery adds another small piece to a puzzle that remains incomplete. Scientists continue studying the stone anchors, pottery fragments, submerged foundations, and ancient sediments. Their work isn't driven by proving myths true or false, but by understanding how people lived, traded, built cities, and adapted to changing coastlines thousands of years ago. Meanwhile, the ocean quietly protects many of its secrets. More than 80% of the world's seafloor remains unexplored. Hidden beneath those vast waters may lie hundreds of ancient ports, forgotten settlements, and entire civilizations that disappeared as coastlines changed after the last ice age. Dwarka reminds us that the greatest discoveries often begin with a simple question. What if the stories passed down for generations contain more truth than we ever imagined? Perhaps Atlantis, perhaps Dwarka, or perhaps countless other legends around the world are echoes of real places waiting patiently beneath layers of sand, stone, and water for future explorers to uncover. As technology advances, humanity is entering a new era of underwater exploration. Autonomous robots, artificial intelligence, high-resolution sonar, and deep-sea submersibles are revealing landscapes that no human has ever seen before. The next extraordinary discovery may already be resting beneath the waves at this very moment. And somewhere in the darkness of the ocean, history may still be waiting to be found. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through one of the world's greatest archaeological mysteries. If you enjoyed exploring the lost city of Dwarka with us, don't forget to like this video, and subscribe to Beyond Nexa for more cinematic documentaries about ancient civilizations, deep oceans, Antarctica, space, and the greatest mysteries ever discovered. Until our next expedition, keep
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Beyond Nexa for more. Discover more, know beyond.